me all the way, you got me right.
Hi guys, welcome to Mr. versus Mrs. LaGrasso versus LaGrasso, right here on Vince Russo's The Brand and the Big Vito brand audio. I'm the Mrs. I'm Noelle. Is the Mr. He is Big Vito. And yeah, how are you?
Everything is fine. I hope everybody's doing good out there. Thank you for participating in our podcast. We have a new name for the podcast, not the Realm Network no more, right?
No, they're changing it. It's not going to be the Realm. I don't know. I don't remember what the name is going to be.
It's going to be the Jeff Lane Show.
Oh yeah, I'll tune in. I like Jeff Lane. I'm in on
Jeff
that.
Lane Show. Jeff Lane.
Yeah, so it's like a whole new Russo brandy thing going on, and everything is changing, but we're still here doing the same thing.
All right.
Like I like it. Okay, Vito. So we had a vote this week.
Of course we did.
And we vote every week. We had a vote this week, and it was whether you should pose on an OnlyFans account. That was your choice. On your Patreon account, or just keep your pants on. Vito, unfortunately, 62% of the people said keep your pants on. We both lost this week.
Probably fucking all guys.
Well, that's what I said. 80% of the people are guys. You don't need to take your pants off.
But who the fucking percent vote? Hit me up. I'll send you pictures.
He's not going to send anybody in.
I just said shit.
He's not. No, I'm sorry, Vito.
Boy.
No, but we both lost because, nobody wants to see you naked.
No,
I guess they already saw it with Playgirl, so they
want to see it.
You convince yourself that, but 62% of the listeners said they did not want to see it.
All right. Anyway.
Not that I want to see it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is that good enough?
Seen it this morning.
Vito.
What? And last night.
Vito.
All right. So, guys, we started the weekend off and we're trying to regroup, and Noelle had some health issues, trying to take care of.
Everybody knows I haven't been doing so good lately.
So, we're trying to get her up and going. So this is a good podcast. She's up. She's been laying down for the last week.
My heart's going like this.
Yeah, I know. So, bear with us if you see a little hiccup here and there. She's just getting up.
I don't even know how I got through last week's show.
I don't know how you got through this week.
I don't either.
We actually thought that we were going to have to do a hospital run. So, it's just one of those things sometimes. And
this is what I feel like I'm doing currently. Are you ready? Like I was just walking along and I'm okay. And then I'm like down the hole. And I don't know. I can't get out of the hole. I've been sick. I've been falling over. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Well,
I mean, I know what's wrong with me, obviously, but I don't know why. Like, I've just been getting I
don't know, something going on.
So say prayers for me, like positive vibes
trying
for me. I feel
figure
terrible.
out what's going on with Noelle, but
I feel terrible.
Hopefully, we'll figure it out. So, what do we got this week? I know you're looking forward to some stuff.
I have been waiting for this all day. Now, you guys know I've had a bad few weeks. Okay. So I needed something really to look forward to.
Right.
And it was suggested that Vito try the one chip challenge.
Right.
Now, the one chip challenge is sold out here in Florida.
Right.
So I went into my bag o' tricks and I found something even better.
Go ahead.
The ghost pepper jerky challenge. Vito has an affinity for hot foods. And this is supposed to be, it's got dead flaming dinosaurs on the front. Our ring light is so strong. And it's Inferno X. And it's made with Carolina Reaper, the hottest pepper in the world. It's Jurassic Jerky beef jerky. I purchased this for you to try on the show, and then we're going to vote and see if you guys believe Vito survived the challenge or if he's just trying to no sell for the camera.
Okay. And this is going out to Chrissy Rivera, who's watching out there, and her husband. When we went to their wedding, they said, "Want to try this hot sauce, brother?" I said, "What is it?" I said, "What do you got, tomato sauce here?" Everybody was choking but me.
It is true. It is. Vito caused a bit of a sensation at the wedding, but now they'll be down in a couple weeks and we're going to do this all over again with the hot sauce. But this is it. Carolina Reaper pepper, and Big Vito.
All right. It is open.
All right, hold on a second, Vito. I want to make sure we get a crystal clear picture here. There we
Okay.
go. All right. All right, wait. First off, let's take an evaluation. You opened the bag and you asked me, did I open the bag? And I said no. It even smells hot. Smell it.
Smells good.
It smells hot. Okay, so this is it. There is the piece of the jerky. Vito has a soda. I have water here. Are you ready to try this Carolina Reaper jerky?
Here we go, guys.
I feel like I'm waiting for something to happen. Is it hot?
I'm tasting.
You're tasting? Yeah, because sometimes this stuff takes a second to hit you. You make a gulp noise.
No. I'm letting it go down.
Oh.
I'm just letting it go down. It's
Okay,
good
but
with pepper.
no drinking. You can't drink until this is done. So you're not allowed to drink until this is completely over.
Okay. Would I have to eat one whole one?
One whole one and see what happens.
Okay. I'm chewing everything thoroughly, guys.
I swear, like Vito, hot stuff, I don't know what it is. Nothing bothers him. He is like, I've seen him eat the hottest. This is supposed to be the hottest of the hottest beef jerky ever
Okay,
made.
guys.
Are you no selling it or is it really not?
I'm sitting here talking to you. Do you see me choking to death?
No. Should I try it? No.
I don't want to make a trip to the hospital.
I'm not good with hot stuff. Should I even touch it to my tongue? This is what it looks like. It's like got peppers like in it, and it's really not bothering you at all. Nothing.
Babe, I'm eating it.
I know, but it's not doing anything. I can't believe he can eat like this. Like we may have to do more of these. Like somebody send us something hot so we can like these are supposed to be the hottest of the hot. Now I got to find this one ship challenge because it didn't bother you at all. You're not selling it.
It didn't bother me.
Do you guys think Vito is passing the challenge or do you think he's purposely not selling it? What do you think? That's the vote this
Guys,
week. That's the
I
vote.
just ate it, right? I haven't taken a drink.
That's true. You haven't taken a drink and it's not doing a thing. Is it good?
It's good. I like it.
Should I try a bite of it?
Go ahead.
Is it bad though? Is it going to hurt me? I'm not well.
Go ahead.
I don't like hot stuff. Just so everybody knows. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Take a drink.
Oh my God. Vito, how you not sell that? Oh my God. Oh my God. How did I ate that much? Oh my God. Give me your soda drink. Give me your soda drink.
Why?
Because the water's not working.
Am I allowed to drink now?
Yeah, I hate you. How did you not sell that? It made my whole throat feel funny. Oh my God. What is wrong with him? You're not human. You're not human. Oh my God. He's not a human being. That should be the vote. Is Vito even human? Is Vito even human? Is Vito even a human being? Is Vito even a human being? This really doesn't bother you at all. I still feel it in the back of my throat. It took that much. Vito, what I can't. It doesn't bother you at all. Nothing. Because I think we're going to need to like find the one chip challenge. I mean, I know it was sold out, but we're going to like somebody send it to us. Find it wherever you are and send
Hi,
it here.
Chrissy Rivera.
He's doing it again. Chrissy, he's doing it again. I can't believe that you're eating this. And you're eating the whole bag. You're eating the whole bag of this. Has anything ever been too, you're not even sweating. Has anything ever, I still feel it. Has anything ever been too hot for you?
Just you, hon.
That's nice. Look at my eyes are watering. Look, is that hot? You're just going to town. No, you're not even sweating. It doesn't bother you at all. No, thank you.
I'll put it on the side.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to eat more. No, thank you. I don't think so. Has there ever been anything too hot for you to eat? You might be the toughest person I've ever met in my life. I don't even think you're human anymore. And you like it. Look at my fruit's still burning from this. Vito, how?
That's some damn good beef jerky. I like it.
Well, I don't even know what the company name is. Okay, so a shout out to these. It's got protein, a lot of protein, and Inferno X Jurassic beef jerky. Vito likes your product. We're not sponsored. This was just a challenge that we got. Challenge. Vito says your stuff is not hot enough for him.
That is awesome stuff. Very good, guys. I like it.
If anybody has a product that's spicy that you want to challenge Vito to eat, Vito will eat it right here on the show. He loves hot stuff. I don't know what it is. Nothing bothers you. Nobody has found anything that has bothered him yet.
Guys, I just did the beef jerky challenge. That's probably the hottest beef jerky you find on the market.
Yeah, it's Carolina Reaper.
I have done all the hottest hot sauces and everything. And I not only ate one, I ate 2 big pieces of that stuff.
Yeah, and you liked it. You ate half the bag. It's just, I can't. It's hot. I still feel it burning my throat.
All right, what else we got to talk about?
That was what I had to talk about. I thought this would take up a large portion of the show, but you ate it down like it was popcorn at the movies. And I honestly, I don't even know how you did that. It's not, you're definitely, guys, do you think Vito's purposely not selling this?
If I was supposed to sell, I would be coughing and twitching and eyes burning and this and that. I'm not.
I want everybody to vote. Do you think that Vito is not selling this challenge? Because we all know, he's the worker. So we want to make sure we know what it is. So I want you guys to vote. Go over to my Twitter account at Magic capital T Spiller. You got 5 days to vote. Do you think Vito is purposefully no selling the Ghost Reaper? My throat is still burning from this. Do you think he's purposefully no selling it? Or do you think maybe he's just not human? You got 5 days to vote. I think he's no selling. Vito says no. He's just
how can I not be selling? If something is burning or hot with me?
I've seen people punch you directly in the face and you no sell it. See? So if something is burning, I can see you no selling it. I once saw you cut into your hand in the kitchen and calmly, in front of the fan, kindly walk out calmly out of the kitchen and over to the neighbor's house to repair it because she was like your mom. And then everybody was going, where's Vito? He's over at Angie's house. What is he doing? You almost sliced your finger off. You completely no-selled it. So don't tell me that you can't no-sell a spicy beef jerky because I know you and you can. You are the greatest worker of our time. I don't know. So you guys vote. Do you think Vito can no-sell the world's hottest beef jerky? I think he can. I think he did. I think he no-sold it.
All right.
And I drink out of that, and that's spicy. I was like, what is with you? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what's with him. He is what he is, I guess. You are what you are. Do you have anything that you would like to discuss? You're perfectly, I still feel it in the back of my throat. I still feel it.
Guys, there was a subject that came up this week. The plane ride from hell.
Oh boy. That was your first ever episode you've watched of Dark Side of the Ring. You never watched it.
I don't ever watch any of this garbage.
I don't know if you should call it garbage, but I definitely don't think it's doing the business any favors.
My take on the business, and I just did Get in Color, and I just did my other show, which is
Everything is a gimmick.
Everything's Gimmick with Virtue and Brad Shepard. And this is a Mr. versus Mrs. show, so we're like,
Keep it light.
we did the fun stuff. But then I want to just say something about, what the business was to me. The business was a closed business, the kayfabe. Whatever happened backstage. Whatever was with the boys was with the boys. And when you talk about today, everything is out in the open. When you stand up for yourself, the wrestling business doesn't like you because you're able to stand up like a man. They want you to be part of the culture and be part of a sheep herd that just says yes, sir. Some people are good with that. Some people are not. When I came up in the wrestling business, there was no wives, no girlfriends, no family allowed in the back. It still should be that today. But it's not, because the wrestling has evolved and we have social media. Maybe the wrestling business would be a better product if we still had those values back then. What goes on behind the scenes, you kind of like, it's the culture. A culture maybe you're not a fan of. Now, there have been some people who have come on and said that, like, when is enough is enough. And sometimes, when is enough enough? And I always said, if that was my daughter or my wife being treated like that, I don't give a shit if you're a wrestler, a basketball player, football player, whatever. I'm coming to your house. We're doing business. We're having a man-to-man conversation. Some people let it go. Some people accept it. But as far as being a man, you don't let nobody disrespect your wife or your daughters or your mother. Imagine your mother being subjected to some stuff like that. Some people have come on and made statements. Sometimes you should just not say anything, especially when you're in an office position and when you have things that are said. But I would like to say something that is going to be just like one thing. Tommy Dreamer made a statement, and it wasn't received very well. Tommy Dreamer has made a lot of statements. He made a statement to Mr. Jerry McDevitt, who I respect very much. It's WWE. He's an attorney for the WWE. And Mr. McDevitt, does his job, and he does it well. During my deposition, he said, Tommy Dreamer said this, and Tommy Dreamer said that. And I'm just letting Tommy Dreamer know that I knew about this for a long time. I never said anything. So now that Tommy Dreamer is on the clock, I just want to let you know that I think you made a mistake and you had poor judgment in saying some of the things you said. I know you have two beautiful daughters and you have a lovely wife. And I know you wouldn't want anybody to do anything like that to them. So for anybody out there who's hating Tommy Dreamer, give them a pass. Sometimes people make mistakes and people say things that are not right. But I just wanted to let Tommy Dreamer know that I know you spoke badly of me. And, it is what it is. But here's your time in the sun. And I am saying, please respect Tommy Dreamer and his family and his wife and his children, because they didn't do anything. It was just a poor judgment of what he said. But when it came to Vito LaGrasso and his wife and his family, some people didn't respect me and my wishes or my family. But one day, I will see some people and I will say my piece in person, because that's the way I handle things.
Mhm.
But for all the Tommy Dreamer people out there, I'll give the guy a break. Made a mistake. On that documentary, I seen some people maybe who should sometimes things are better off not being said, and you just need to just leave it alone, especially if you're old school, and it was a sad situation. It was probably one of the greatest nights in wrestling history that got out of hand. But you know what, guys? Things happen. Some things should not have happened. And it is very sad. And it's a reflection on me, the culture, and the wrestling business, because you look at it and you say, man, I wish that never would have happened. Sometimes you really can't speak your mind and you can't say anything at the time because you'll be ridiculed. But it's 20 years ago. And we're still talking about it. It's just like Vince Russo, the owner of our brand, who still gets blamed for wrestling from 20 years ago. Guys, sometimes you just got to let things go. So for all those people out there who have heavy hearts and heavy things, all I could say is it was a poor statement at a very wrong time. And sometimes when you're an office person, you just need to stay out of the spotlight and just keep your job prestigious and great. And that's all I really have to say about that. Is that cool with you?
Do you see my face?
I love it. You look beautiful. Did you get a facial this week? You look beautiful.
I did not get a facial this week.
All right.
I have not been well enough to get a facial. Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
I don't give anybody a pass. Rape culture is not funny. My husband's way nicer than I am. No passes are given. That's all I wanted to say. Because I'm on the show. My face is on here. I wanted to make it known. No passes are given. And when you run your mouth, karma comes back to roost. That's all I have to say.
That's it. All right, guys. We had Getting Color tonight. We had It's a Gimmick.
Everything's a gimmick.
Everything's a gimmick.
It's a gimmick. Sounds like a comedy
We have
show.
Mr. and Mrs. We have MOB coming. Please follow us on Patreon. We greatly appreciate it. We see we're getting some more followers. Our TikTok is blowing up like no other.
Yeah, can we talk about that? Let's bring the show back up a little bit. So, Vito, somebody just asked, where do you get all this stuff? Because I put a lot of clips up there for you.
Right.
I show you what do we do. We work on it together. It has both our names on it, but it's Vito's TikTok. It's not really mine. But I used to be, this early 2000s. I was like an old school tape trader. When people used to trade tapes, that's what I used to do. So I have tons of wrestling footage and wrestling things of you, tons of stuff that people have never seen. And I find stuff all the time in my old computers or old files. So all that goes on TikTok and nobody could believe I had all this stuff. But the problem was because I was sharing all this old stuff, even though you do have new stuff on there, they didn't think you were real. They thought he was a pretend Vito. And I went through and I was like, Vito, they don't think you're real. So we showed him stuff. And finally, Vito had to come on and say, I'm real.
So can you take a clip of this and put it on TikTok?
Yeah, I do every week. There's a clip that
Hey,
goes
everybody
on
at TikTok. This is the BIGV from the LOG coming to you live, baby, live from Mr. versus Mrs. I'm the Mr. This is the Mrs. And if you're watching TikTok, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you tuning in. We greatly appreciate your support. Check us out on Patreon. Check us out on our stuff. All right. And I am the real deal.
The real deal, Holyfield.
No, not Holyfield.
Oh, no, Vito,
he just lost.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to be.
And if you talk about who you want, what is my ultimate greatest fight? I would like to fight Mike Tyson. I've been like that for the last 30 years.
That was the other thing I was going to get to. They've asked on there, and you've said Kurt Angle. You always wanted to fight Kurt Angle. You'd like to fight Brock Lesnar, but your actual real fight you want to do was Mike Tyson.
That has been
crazy.
My ultimate fight for the last say 25 years, because Tyson was training at Gleason's when I trained there, when they had the arena and had everything, right? So you talk about Mike Tyson being the greatest heavyweight of all time, and then you talk about Vito LaGrasso being a heavyweight champion of 5 boroughs, right? And you say, I know wrestling is wrestling with Kurt Angle, the greatest Olympic gold medalist, right? And much respect to Kurt Angle. But then you have Mike Tyson, greatest heavyweight champion of all time. And this is nothing saying I'm tough or nothing like that. But
You are pretty tough.
when you say you're the best, you want to fight the best. There's no shame. If I get my ass kicked by an ex-heavyweight champ, you're like, no shame. If I hang with him for a couple rounds, you say, all right. Imagine back in the day if I would have switched to boxing. When I met Michael Mora, who's a heavyweight champion, just beat George Foreman. I was at a Teddy Atlas dinner, right? And I met Michael Mora, heavyweight champ. And he goes, I was like, hey, how you doing, Mike? My name is, I know who you are. And I looked at him. I said, you do? He said, I've watched you on wrestling. I love you. And I shook his hand, right? And at that time, I had some I got big hands, but they were like 3 times the size.
You have meaty paws.
But when I shook his hands, I looked at his hands and I said, wow, the power in that man's hands. I was impressed. I was like, good firm handshake, but the size of your hands tell what you get. Like you could punch through a wall, punch through steel. You could tell that man was hitting some bags, And when I met Tommy Hearns, another great fight, another one, and he knew who I was, you know what I mean? And these people are fans, and you were talking about these great heavyweights and Tommy Hearns and Marvin Hagler.
Were you in WWE then?
Yeah, I wasn't. I go into these great things, and the people know you. And this is like, even after when I was in WCW, and I came out and did these great events, But I think the greatest thing of all time was meeting Joe Namath. Remember when I told you?
Yeah, you remember that.
And
you love Joe Namath too.
At the Marty Lyons Foundation, here I am, and I'm with Marty Lyons. I'm with his brother, and then I said, Vito, you want to meet Joe? I says, oh man, I would love to meet Joe Namath. Here I am, big WCW superstar, and here's Joe Namath. I go up to him and I say, how you doing, Mr. Namath? My name is I Know Who You Are, Big Vito. And I said, he said, I'm a fan. I said, thank you very much. I said, we're the only 2 New Yorkers who wore pantyhose like in New York because I did the dress and I met him after that. How cool is that Joe Namath knew who I was? But then when you talk about
that's crazy,
superstar to superstar, or like famous people to famous people, and they know you, that is like the ultimate of cool. Because you did something right to make those guys watch, like I watched them, and I'm like, man, cool.
But talking about that, like, it's weird because, like, when we go places, like, I never think people know who you are because you're my husband and we hang out and we're cool and we've been together for so many years. I never think about it. Nobody in my family ever thinks about it, and our friends don't think about it because we generally don't have friends that even watch wrestling. But when we go places with you and people freak out. Like, that's crazy. Like when we go to Disney World and like people freak out. But you remember the one time that, I mean, we have it happen every once in a while, but in Disney it was crazy. Do you remember the girls that wanted to take a picture with us because they listened to the podcast? That was weird. Like they knew who we were and they jumped in our Disney photos because they knew who we were. And it was crazy. And I'm like, that's weird because I don't get that. Like, I never get that. That was so weird, but we've been getting it more and more lately. We had it a couple weeks ago right over here, and I'm like, that's weird. But you never think about that. Like when you get noticed by somebody or whatever. Like I remember when they were calling you Vito at Disney and you just blew it off, and we had our friends with him and they were like, does Vito even realize they're calling him Vito? He says he probably thinks he knows them. But you didn't. They were freaking out because they were cast members.
But you know what it is?
Funny.
But you know what it is, guys? Is like when you've been in this limelight for 30 years and you're just used to it. So it's not nothing new. It's not like, oh my God, they recognize me. It's like that kind of like wore off. I just been myself. And of course, I always go over and say, hello, how are you doing? Thank you for being a fan. I greatly appreciate it. Can I sign something? Would you like to take a picture? And that's it. It's over with. But they have the thrill of a lifetime. I'm cool because somebody actually, they look at my career. I thank them because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I am. We're doing this podcast. We're on TikTok. We're on several different great channels. We do a lot of great things. People watch. So it's all good. You know what I mean?
That's the thing people were saying about TikTok was that they were really appreciative that you were interacting with them. And you're just like, well, yeah, like why we're people too. Like, it's not like, I guess some people don't act like that. I don't know. But you were just like, yeah, why wouldn't I interact with you guys? Like, well, that's weird.
Right. No, well, that's the show for tonight. Okay. Why don't you end it up, close it up, because I got shit I got to do, baby. You know what I mean?
You got to go sell this pepper. That's what you're doing. He's going to sell it because I swear to God, he's
I'm
definitely
sitting here for
selling
30.
it.
It's 30 minutes and 3 seconds.
That's why I was trying to make the show last at least 30 minutes.
Hold on.
You're going to eat more of that shit? No, I don't want it. My back of my throat is still burning from that. I don't want any of that shit.
Close the show, man.
Okay, guys, I can't believe you're eating that. Guys, make sure you check us out on social media at the Big Vito brand. It says on that's the Guinness Book of World Records hottest pepper you're eating. That's what it says on the container. I looked at it when you were talking. Anyway, check us out on social media, the Big Vito brand. TikTok is hopping. We love interacting with you guys. Make sure you go over there and check us out on TikTok under the Big Vito brand. Patreon. Our folks at Hami Media have our Patreon hopping. It is now changed the address. We're making it a little separate from what we do here because, they help run it. So it is, stop eating that. Your butt is going to be on fire.
You just told me to eat it.
I swear to God, you're purposely doing it now. This is a purpose. You're no selling a purpose. Patreon is at Big V Mafia, so check us out on there. Lots of great shows, lots of new stuff coming out. And what else?
This is a great. If anybody wants to send me any more of this, thank you. I love it.
He's no selling. Guys, don't forget to vote over on Twitter. Magic Tea Spiller. Is he purposely no selling this? Is he vote? He says no. I think he is. Go ahead and vote on there. You got 5 days. We'll tell you who won next week. And that's about
good shit.
You really like that?
If we can get guys, send me this.
Send him your hot stuff. He'll eat it on the show. That could be a new gimmick on the show. What hot things can you guys take Vito out with? Nobody's taken him out yet. And Chrissy's husband made his own hot sauce. And he wants you to try his own hot sauce. So that's going to be a whole other thing. And we'll put that on Patreon when that hot sauce comes in. So you guys make sure you go over and check out our Patreon.
I'll just do this.
I swear to God, he's a no seller because he just said, one more try to say I'm tough. You're eating the world's hottest ghost pepper. Carolina Reaper ghost pepper.
I ate it.
No, you didn't. You ate the whole bag? Oh my God, you did eat the whole bag. Guys, I don't know. Did Vito survive the challenge? Is he no selling?
I'm laughing.
Is he no selling on purpose? Guys, join us back here next week on Mr. versus Mrs. Bye-bye. I swear to God, you ate the whole bag.